For the past 4 days, I've been sitting in this chair and staring at a blank screen. And my intention has been to come up with an idea or to come up with something to write or talk about, right? And make a video from it. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm making this video because despite my consistent showing up, I'm still running blank on ideas. I'm still running blank on what to talk about. Right? I've got no ideas. I've got no inspiration. I have nothing. Absolutely nothing. And this has been happening for about a month now. Like I'm not getting my flow or inspiration of what to write or talk about like I used to. And this is, I mean, a plausible explanation for this could be that, okay, I'm not engaging in some form of creative consumption, which is basically you reading and learning, like with the goal of creating. But all of this drought, this dryness is happening despite my consistent exposure to books and podcasts and information from multiple sources, right? I still sort of run against that wall of having no ideas. But the interesting thing is the reason I keep showing up regardless of the seeming lack of inspiration is I sort of understand how this works, like how the process, how the act the I sort of understand how the entire process of getting inspiration works, right? And there's this being that is alluded to as the source of inspiration that is called the muse, right? The muse, MUSE, right? One thing I've learned from reading books and listening to other professionals is that the muse doesn't respond to mood, right? She responds to commitment. And the method is simple. It's basically you set the place, you set the time, and then you show up. Like regardless of how you feel, you just show up. So set the place, you set the time, and you show up. I've been doing that. I've been doing that for the past 4 days, right? I think Stephen Pressfield, like in his book Turning Pro, put it best when he said like the professional does not wait for inspiration. Like he acts, like he gets to work in anticipation of it. Like because the idea the professional has in mind compared to a wannabe artist, like an upcoming, like a beginner, is that once they get to work, right, the inspiration will come, the muse will always deliver. So basically, you set the place, you set the time, and you show up anyway because that is the standard of the professional. That is the standard of the professional. And for me, that is the key concept I've been holding on to for the past few days, despite running into the wall that is sometimes called creative block. Because I know if I keep showing up, the muse will deliver. And so far for this video, I started this video with having like not having the inspiration of what to talk about. But I still needed to get my practice in, to get my reps in, to pass the information I have in my mind out here. And so far, I think we're doing great because my like in terms of writing, my screen is no longer blank. I now have like a page full of ideas of what to talk about. And I think the key lesson there is to show up like at the set, like show up according to the plan. Regardless of how you feel, show up at the set time, at the set place, regardless of how you feel, regardless of the chain of thought in your mind, regardless of what was going on before that. The set time, the set place, show up there and show up when it feels off, especially when it feels off, because I think you never know what you can create if you skip. You never know the magic you'll be able to create if you skip. And like I was saying, for me, just talking about the idea of having nothing to talk about, having no idea to put out there yet, has become something to talk about. And another lesson there is just that sometimes just writing about or talking about that drought or the lack of inspiration or the creative block, the challenge basically creates the rain that you're praying for, the inspiration you're praying for.